Got the original Lone Wolf coming at you with a quick little video. Some more disturbing shit that I just ran across. Some more proof to show that people ain't doing shit and most ain't gonna do shit. Which also helps you understand why y'all never really ever heard me talk about liking my channel and subscribing, especially my original channel, the first one that they took down. And I only started doing it with the third channel, which is this channel, because they are openly attacking everybody. They're openly censoring people, and everybody knows it. So the best way to grow the channel would be to have people subscribe and like. But even then, most of the videos I make, y'all don't hear me ask y'all. This is from a motherfucker. This video y'all looking at on screen is from a motherfucker called Greg Reese from InfoWars, right? Now, I know, for some of y'all that's been rocking with me since day one, y'all already know I don't fuck with, whatever the fuck the guy's name is. He just got sued for the Sandy Hook shit, where he was supposed to said that the Sandy Hook shit was fake. Damn, what the fuck is that guy's name? Oh, damn. What the fuck is that guy's name, man? Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. They just sued him for like $1 billion or 600 million or some old stupid shit. Damn, I can't think of that guy's name, but it'll come to me. But anyway, this guy, Greg Reese, is a part of his show. I really don't fuck with InfoWars. I really don't fuck with the other guy who I can't go to show you. I don't fuck with him. I can't think of his name. Alex Jones. Damn, I knew it'd come to me. Alex Jones. Y'all know I don't rock with him. A lot of people have accused him of being stand-up comedian Bill Hicks, which I'm not finna get in all that. I'm on my motherfucking tranny spree. All right, I'm on my tranny spree. The next few videos y'all probably get from me is going to be about this transgender shit. And the reason for why, like I told y'all in the other video that I made, I bring it up because it's relevant. Before I start this video and give you all my little input on it, I'm going to say this again. You all are not going to tell me that this gay and transgender shit is not relevant and it's not fucking worth talking about when they sitting up here trying to fuck over the kids. All right? And anybody who tell you that it ain't relevant is full of shit. It's just that fucking simple. All right, now I'm going to play this video. It's only a couple minutes long. I'm going to play it all the way through. And then once it's over with, I'll give you guys my commentary. The video probably will be anywhere between 3.5 to 4.5 minutes long. So here we go.
This summer, Chloe Cole spoke out against California's passing of SB 107, testifying that both her and her parents were manipulated and bullied by the state to undergo destructive, life-changing surgeries. And while Florida bans puberty blockers and so-called sexual reassignment surgeries for minors, California Governor Gavin Newsom signs a bill allowing children from any state in the country to go to California for transgender medical procedures without parental consent. California is being hailed by the death cult as a transgender surgery sanctuary state, now providing chemical and surgical castrations for all of America's children. According to this new law, California can take emergency jurisdiction over any child from anywhere if there's a disagreement between the parent and the state of California over how to treat a child's gender distress. SB 107 states that taking a child away from the child's parents is justifiable if it is done to pursue gender transition procedures in California, and allows for the state to wage child custody claims against out-of-state parents. SB 107 forbids healthcare providers from providing medical information related to gender identity procedures to a child's parent, even if sought under a subpoena. After permanently mutilating her own adopted child, Kathy Molig has been working full-time for California nonprofit Trans Family Support Services, where she reaches out to hundreds of children all across the country, luring them to California to castrate themselves. She often does so without the parents' knowledge.
I work with a lot of youth before they tell their families, and helping them in shaping what that looks like.
Her work focuses on conservative communities where parents may not approve of having their children castrated.
We have kids coming from all over the country for our virtual groups. We also opened a chapter in Huntsville, Alabama, because the people in red states really need as much support as they can get from us allies, in particular in states like California and Oregon and Washington.
For whatever reason, people are allowing this incredibly evil attack against their own children. And recently, Lara Logan interviewed a UN insider who explained to her why children are the biggest target.
I get it, but I don't get it. The children. You gotta, I have such a problem with this. You gotta explain this one to me. And he said, well, first of all, you're looking at it the wrong way. I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, they don't define children the way you do. They don't define the world the way you do. The choices that you face are not their choices, right? They look at it completely differently. And I said, well, okay, so how do they look at it? And he said, for them, everything is defined by their one fundamental, all-consuming purpose. I said, which is what? He said, to defeat God. For them, the younger you are, the closer you are to God, the more pain they can inflict on God. So the more you can make a baby or a small child suffer, the greater your victory over God. And that is the only consideration for them.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
Okay, guys, since the video was a little over 4 minutes, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to start the video over, man, and I'm going to, be pausing it so I can give my commentary, because there's things in this video that I want to point out that, these motherfuckers think they nickel slick, but I got their penny change, all right? So let's get into my thought. Well, y'all already know my fucking thoughts, but let me break this shit down.
This summer, Chloe Cole spoke out against California's passing of SB 107, testifying that both her and her parents were manipulated and bullied by the state to undergo destructive, life-changing surgeries.
Okay, so what you guys are looking at on the screen is really a boy. This Chloe person is really a boy, right? That's why listen, I'm going to say this again. This is the reason for why the video I did about Michelle Obama and Donald Trump's wife and all this shit, this is the reason why the video didn't stay up 20 fucking minutes. Okay? Because like I told you all before, all you have to do is take people that openly admitted that they were transgenders and they started out as men. All you have to do is take them and pair it up against motherfuckers who claim to be real women. And this is another example. This Chloe person. This is a fucking boy.
And while Florida bans puberty blockers and so-called sexual reassignment surgeries for minors, California Governor Gavin Newsom signs a bill allowing children from any state in the country to go to California for transgender medical procedures without parental consent. California.
So this fucking bullshit that this punk then put in play allow children to be able to go from motherfucking the Florida Keys, right? Fucking Coral Gables, right? I'm trying to get down to the tip of Florida, all right? I know I-95 ends at Coral Gables, Florida. I know that for a fact. I'm just trying to get somewhere that's far away from fucking California. So what you trying to tell me is that you motherfuckers done put some shit into play where a child can leave Rhode Island and go all the way to motherfucking California without the parents' consent? How in the fuck are they going to get there? So that means you all got sites and shit that these motherfuckers can go to on the internet and all this other bullshit to be able to get in contact with these fucking weirdos, because they're perverts and fucking weirdos. That's all these people are. And you got to be funding these fucking kids to be able to go out there. How else are they going to fucking get there? They said these people are children. You can't get on a Greyhound and on a fucking Amtrak and this, that, and the other as a fucking child by yourself. Up to a certain age. When you get a certain age, yes. I don't remember. I think the Metro train is a train line that we use here in Chicago, and it takes you, basically every line ends downtown, but when they go outward, they go to shit. You can get to Rock Island, you can get to Kenosha, a bunch of different places using these trains. And I think for them, the age you have to be to ride that train by yourself is like 12 or 13 years old, right? So that still leaves one other thing. Where's the money? Where in the fuck did you all get the money from in order to be able to do this? And you're a fucking child. So that means somebody's going to have to aid and assist them in making this transition all the way to California, right? But when I tell y'all that people ain't going to do shit, this is exactly what I mean. You see how many fucking subscribers I got now? Not even 10% of the fucking people that were subscribing to me on my original channel, not even 10% of the motherfuckers subscribe to my backup channel or to this channel. So when I tell y'all, man, motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit, if y'all get mad or feel a certain kind of way, you must be the person that I'm talking about. And if so, then yeah, I'm talking about you.
California is being hailed by the death cult as a transgender surgery sanctuary state, now providing chemical and surgical castrations for all of America's children. According to this new law, California can take emergency jurisdiction over any...
It's not a law. Keep in mind, I got California's DUN number. All right? It's policy.
Child from anywhere if there's a disagreement between the parent and the state of California over how to treat a child's gender distress.
That sounds like the bullshit I went through with my motherfucking son, where they felt like it was okay for them to teach my son about homosexuality. And I'm like, no, the fuck it's not. It's not okay. That's just for anybody who don't think this shit is fucking real.
SB 107 states that taking a child away from the child's parents is just...
Wait, hold on. Let's read this shit. Let's see here. The parents and all persons acting as parents have acquiesced in the exercise of jurisdiction. How in the fuck do we acquiesce? Tell me how. Oh yeah, that's right. You got birth certificates and social security cards and fucking state IDs and shit. And you ain't wrote these motherfuckers one letter telling them who you are and who you ain't. That's right. Oh. The court of the state otherwise... Damn, I can't make this move away. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me turn it back this way. Okay, it's too small, but let me see. It say the court of the state otherwise having jurisdiction under Section 3421 to 3423 exclusively determines that the state is more appropriate forum under Section 3427. No court of any other state would have jurisdiction under the criteria specified in Section 3421 to 3423 and inclusive. In a court of this state declines to exercise its jurisdictions pursuant to subdivision A, it may fashion or appropriate remedy to ensure the safety of the child and prevent a repetition of unjustifiable conduct, including staying the proceeding under a child custody proceeding is commenced in a court having jurisdiction under Section 3421 and 3423. If a court dismisses a petition or stay a proceeding because it declined to exercise its jurisdiction pursuant to subsection A, it shall access gains the property seeking to invoke the jurisdiction necessary and reasonable expense. In a nutshell, what they telling you is other motherfuckers from other states cannot challenge and petition this. Right? This is and now listen to me. This is what the fuck I'm saying to you. This is how come, like I told y'all, here it is, man. I put my whole motherfucking shit on YouTube on my first channel. The court case, I gave people the case number for the case that I was dealing with where I was fighting it in Child Protective Service Court, right? Then after I filed the lawsuit and it actually went through and I got the ball rolling and all of that shit, I came back and broadcasted that shit on YouTube and gave them the court case number for that as well. Motherfuckers still weren't rocking with me like that. That's because motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit. People shy away from this kind of shit. They don't even want to talk about this. They don't even want to talk about how they will molest his fucking children. Like, people are just fucked up today. And they fucking cowards. And these motherfuckers are in the way.
Is justifiable if it is done to pursue gender transition procedures in California and allows for the state to wage child custody claims against out-of-state parents. SB 107 forbids healthcare providers from providing medical information related to gender identity procedures to a child's parent, even if sought under a subpoena.
You see this shit? Don't fucking talk to me about the Constitution. I don't want to hear it. If anybody knew any motherfucking thing, they would understand that we haven't been under the 1776. We ain't been, you motherfuckers, how can I express this? I don't give a fuck how old you are. When you were born, we went under the fucking 1776 Constitution. Do you understand? I don't give a fuck if you 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 fucking years old. When you were born, we was not under that. That's 1776. We've been under the Organic Act of 1871 since 1871. And slowly but surely, they just started to implement the shit little by little, piece by piece, step by step, till we get to where we are today. Don't fucking talk to me about the Constitution. I had this motherfucker at my job come to me today and say, did you vote yet? And I was like, no, I don't fucking vote. And he was like, well, why not? I say, dig this here. Let me answer that question by asking another one. What you motherfuckers gonna do when the fucking Republicans take the House and the Senate, but nothing changes? And he was like, damn, that's your answer? And it's like, yeah. And he was like, wow, man, you seem to be a sharp guy. You seem to be pretty smart. I would have never expected you to feel this way. And my response to him was, bro, I used to be an election judge. And I walked away from him. This a dumbass nigga at the job that took the fucking shot and all this other bullshit. Apparently this nigga must be under a rock. He must just crawl from under a rock for certain things. He crawled from under a rock to take the shot. And he must have went and crawled back up under a fucking rock because apparently he ain't heard about all of the fucking shit that's been coming out on the news about the shot. And this happens to be the same motherfucker who asked me, was I going to vote? Oh, man. Anyway.
After permanently mutilating her own adopted child, Kathy Molig has been working.
So you go and get children and you adopt them and you fuck them up like this. It's kind of like when Michael B. Jordan was doing that interview with Charlize Theron and shit. And she kept referring to the adopted little African boys that she had as girls. And they was putting the picture up on the screen and shit. Like they was flashing a picture across the screen. These were clearly boys. They wasn't in drag, regalia or nothing. These was clearly fucking boys. And throughout the entire goddamn interview, she kept referring to them as girls. Nobody opened their fucking mouth. I'm so sick and tired of motherfuckers don't know what to do. It's not the people that's doing this, like Galvin Newsom and the people that's pulling his strings. Because keep in mind, he's a puppet. We all know he's only doing whatever it is that they tell him to do for whatever it is they promised him if he do it, right? We all know this, right? Y'all heard me tell y'all this on my first channel. I don't have a problem with Gavin Newsom. I don't have a problem with Joe Biden. I don't have a problem with Vladimir Putin. I don't have a problem with motherfucking J.B. Pritzker and fucking Lori Lightfoot. I don't have a problem with them. I have a problem with all of you. That's who the fuck my problem is with. I do not have a problem with Lori Lightfoot. Not one fucking issue do I have with her. Not one. All of my issues are with y'all.
Working full-time for California nonprofit Trans Family Support Services, where she reaches out to hundreds of children all across the country, luring them to California to castrate themselves.
So wait a minute, ain't that like pedophilia? Ain't that To Catch a Predator type shit? Remember that fucking show used to come on, Catch a Predator, some old bullshit where they done set this punk up? He thinking he going to visit a 12-year-old girl to sniff on, and he get there and it's the police and shit. Ain't this like kind of similar to that, man? Like, am I wrong? Is something fucking wrong with me? Y'all let me know, man. Straight up, chime in the comments, man. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. I know this shit too deep for most motherfuckers, but for the motherfuckers who got a pair, for the women who got a spine, for women that got children, you chime in and let me know if I'm wrong.
She often does so without the parents' knowledge.
I work with a lot of youth before they tell their families and helping them in shaping what that looks like.
Now, this is one of the things I wanted to point out to you guys. You notice the background and you notice the CGI shit, you can clearly tell it's CGI. I personally believe that they're doing this because this motherfucker here's a tranny. That's just my opinion.
Her work focuses on conservative communities where parents may not approve of having their children castrated.
We have kids coming from all over the country for our virtual groups. We also opened a chapter.
She said we have children coming in from all over the country from every mature group. So it's like, how in the fuck are you advertising? How do these kids know to come to you? What the fuck are they doing, giving like information to the kids in school and saying, hey man, don't tell your parents? Now it's mighty motherfucking funny, man, that this shit reminds me of Wayward Pines. Now y'all hear Jen Redwood talk about the word wayward all the time. I think it was last week or something, he did a video where he broke down the definition of the word. Cause I chimed in on his video and was like, yeah, bro, you know, they got a show out called Wayward Pines and shit. And the fucking show is every bit of the definition of the word you described. Every motherfucking bit. But something wrong with me. People get irritated and agitated around me. Motherfucker don't want to hear this shit. Don't nobody want to talk about this shit. So you just step to the side and just let these motherfuckers waltz in and fuck with the kids. Or even worse, you wait till they on top of your little 7-year-old niece fucking the shit out of her before you decide to say, oh my God.
In Huntsville, Alabama, because the people in red states really need as much support as they can get from us allies in particular.
No, there is just a heavy ass population of American Indians, aka black colored Negro and African Americans that are really the Aboriginal people. There is still a heavy presence in Alabama. It ain't too many motherfucking Latinos and shit in Alabama. Ain't too many motherfucking Mexicans and Latino in Mississippi either. While you got this goofy motherfucker on the screen with this CGI shit with this big ass mouth and this strong ass fucking chin. But anyway.
In states like California and Oregon and Washington.
For whatever reason, people are allowing this incredibly evil attack against their own children. And recently, Lara Logan interviewed a UN insider.
Now, this is the fucking statue that everybody claimed they got pissed off about that they put up in Alabama a couple of years ago. I think it was downtown. It was like in the fucking capital of Alabama. I think it was Mobile, where the fuck the capital of Alabama is. They put that shit downtown. This very same shit you looking at right here. And if you notice, you got a pale-skinned girl over here with stringy-ass hair. And to your right, you got a fucking little kid with an afro. This is the fucking bullshit. And don't nobody give a fuck. Ain't nobody saying shit. See, this is the fucking problem that I have. When I talk about this kind of shit, but then yet they want to fuck with me and take down my channel and fuck with the algorithms and all this other shit. And you got motherfuckers that's on fucking YouTube acting a goddamn fool with hundreds of thousands of views. That's because people don't care. Notice what it got at the bottom? And it's fucked up because I know y'all can't see it, but let me see if I can turn the screen this way. Okay, good. You all can see it from this way. You notice what's around his waist? You notice what's around the Baphomet's waist? That's the symbol for American medicine.
Who explained to her why children are the biggest target.
I get it, but I don't get it. The children. You gotta...
Now here's another motherfucker that appears to be talking for the children, but yet when you look at the screen in the background and shit, it's all fuzzy and foggy, and it's like, no, this not me, it's not my phone. This is how that background look. It's fuzzy and foggy. Look at how the hands look. They kind of disappear and distort a little bit when it's on pause or whatever. You can clearly tell it's a green screen or whatever. And like I told you, 9 times out of 10, this motherfucker a tranny too. 9.5 times out of 10, look at that big ass forehead. Look like a gridiron. Right? But you can't really see this fucking person. I can't really see him to examine this motherfucker to see if they got an Adam's apple, to see the structure of their fucking jawline, they chin and shit, to see if they had some surgery to round off their chin and all that. I can't see all of that. It's blurred out. But you gonna say she not a tranny? Oh yeah, it's a fucking tranny.
I have such a problem with this. You got to explain this one to me. And he said, well, first of all, you're looking at it the wrong way. I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, they don't define children the way you do. They don't define the world the way you do. The choices that you face on...
And just a little bit of that side shot I'm getting, that look like the Golden Gate Bridge for a jawline, family. Just from, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, even the chin, the tip of the chin look fake. That shit look like it's been fucking grinded down with sandpaper and rounded off. Like how you would do a piece of wood or something if you was putting together a table or something. You dig? I'm just saying, man.
Are not their choices, right? They look at it completely differently. And I said, well, okay, so how do they look at it? And he said...
Them some big ass hands, but needless to say.
For them, everything is defined by their one fundamental...
So now you see back to the punk ass Baphomet. Now you see on his hands, he got two fingers holding up. This is one of the reasons why I don't use none of their signs or symbols. The two fingers, the fucking 666 where a motherfucker ball their index finger and they thumb together and hold up the last three fingers and all. That's why I don't do none of that shit. Straight up. That's why you don't see me doing none of that shit. Look at this motherfucker right here. You see his fingers? He got two fingers holding up, right? And he got, on the other hand, which you can't see, he got two fingers pointing down, right? And that's supposed to be so above, so below, right? That's what it's supposed to be, right? It represents duality. It's about that yin and yang shit that Red Wolf be talking about, but they perverted it, like how you hear him say. They perverted the shit. But that's what that shit represent, or what they fucking turned it into, I should say. With the so-called Star of David on his forehead. With the fucking... He holding up devil horns and got devil horns coming out his fucking head with like a crown in the center. With the Star of David. It's like, come on, man. Give me a fucking break.
All-consuming...
Oh, and not to mention this nigga got titties. So you got the face of a goat, the body of a woman, the chest of a woman. I guess you got a penis and he got like hooves and shit for feet. It's like... with the wings representing the fallen angels.
Human purpose. I said, which is what? He said, to defeat God. For them, the younger you are, the closer you are to God, the more pain they can inflict on God. So the more you can make a baby.
Now, because I know these people are sick and they fucking perverted, I could actually believe they believe that. Why? Because the Lone Wolf been telling y'all for years that children is the most purest thing on the planet. They the most purest thing on the planet is children.
A baby or a small child suffer, the greater your victory over God. And that is the only consideration for them.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
Sad. Just fucking sad, man. Just fucking sad. You know what I'm saying? Just like, look at this shit here. If it's still up, they probably done took my shit down. Wow, and I can't even find it now. Let me space it all together. Although it still should come up, even with it being not spaced together. But they bogus as hell, man. That's how they do you. So here's my my old channel. You know what I'm saying? This was after they took down the original channel. You know what I'm saying? They took down the original channel. At some point before they took it down, I created this channel. This was the backup channel. I got 61 subscribers on here after all this motherfucking time. Right? And I always make videos showing my face. So it ain't like a motherfucker should have been able to have a problem with finding me. Plus, I sat up here, I told motherfuckers what they were doing. They already knew. People already knew, man. Motherfuckers would hit me up in the comments of a video and be like, yeah, man, my comments on the other video you made disappeared. Why you delete my comments? And I respond like, I didn't delete shit. I didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't. It wasn't like I was lying and shit. It was the truth. I didn't take down nothing. They was doing that shit. So it's like, look, man, like I said, I'm only here for the few. Shout out to the brothers and sisters who really rock with me. Shout out to y'all, man. Much love to y'all. I appreciate that, man. Because in the end, we gonna be the only thing that we got. Even if I don't ever get to Arizona to chop it up with Red, even if I don't ever get down to Texas to chop it over with the sister Nachelle or whatever, when this shit all fall apart, all we gonna have is each other to steadfast and hold in place and do what the fuck must be done. Straight up. This shit is retarded, man. This is retarded and it's out of fucking control. And at this point, 95 to 97% of the fucking population are not victims, man. They fucking pussies. Straight up. This is the original Lone Wolf, man. I'm out, man. I'm out.